In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can get infinite clients as a videographer without relying on referrals, Google, or word of mouth. After helping over 175 videographers scale to $30,000 per month, I've discovered the one system that creates a predictable flow of high-paying clients every single day. And once you understand it, you'll go from inconsistent income to making multiple six figures per year. Just like Tyler, who went from 5K a month to 35K a month in just 3 months using this exact system I'm about to break down in this video. So let's dive right into this video and break down exactly how you can become the #1 videographer in your city. First things first, you gotta understand, you gotta stop selling just content packages, right? You need to start selling results. But the question then becomes, who should you sell to? Who is willing to pay you the most amount of money? And the answer to that question is local service-based businesses. These businesses need your help with branding and lead flow, and they're willing to pay you $6,000 to $10,000 up front. Businesses like contractors, turf companies, mobile detailers, pool installers, right? That's a few of the hundreds of industries in your city that desperately need your help and are willing to pay you high ticket on the front end and a retainer on the back end. But let's be real, you cannot just sell these businesses content packages, because we both understand that content alone does not get predictable results, right? Let's be real, if your main offer is content packages and you want people to pay you big bucks, you are in a race to the bottom because you're competing with every other videographer in your city, because you are not a necessity to these businesses. You are a nice to have offer, not a must have offer. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to have a must have offer and how to attract these high ticket service businesses to you every single day. Here's the thing, we both know that if content alone brought us clients every single day, just organic content, then you would be thriving. You would be taking over your city, you'd be crushing it. But content alone does not get predictable results. And so you are treated as just a freelancer. Here is your client that is paying you some low retainer, $1,000 a month, $2K a month, and probably even less one-off shoots. And they're like, where are my revisions? Where's my video at? And they treat you as a freelancer because you're just a nice to have offer. That you are not someone that is a necessity, someone that is going to absolutely help them grow their business and has an aligned goal to help them by getting them leads. And that's what we're going to break down in this video, guys. Here's the thing. When you sell just content packages, it's brutal to scale. When you combine your videography skills with one local Instagram ad and you sell it to local businesses, and it's so easy to implement that even your grandma could do it, and I'm going to break it down in this video. When you combine this and you have an irresistible offer that is a must-have offer, you attract high quality leads. You attract service businesses that actually need your service, right? These guys with the money bags over here, yeah, you're not working with cheap realtors and whoever else you're working with anymore. You're working with real businesses that have money for marketing. But here's the thing. I want you to understand a common theme here. Check this out, right? Got my first closed 6K sale. Onboarding call with Boris yesterday. Permanent LED business. I want you to find a theme. What is the common theme here? $10,000 pay in full, remodeler, right? $6,000 pay in full, power washing company. $6,000 pay in full, interior design business. What is the theme? These are all local service businesses that are in your city, right? These are all my clients' wins who are winning every single day. And guys, if you want to go check out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands more, check out my Instagram. But I wanted to show you the theme that people just like you are using their videography skill set and now selling a local ad strategy to these businesses. And these are the service businesses that are willing to pay you and stick around month after month. And guys, if you want a proven local ad script, framework, setting process, and everything, and you don't want to guess how to do this, and you just want to implement it into your business, and you want to scale to $30,000 a month, click the link down below and we'll give you a ton of value and see if we can help you out. We've helped 175 plus videographers scale. We have a proven method, but let's dive into the exact local ad system you need to implement in your city. Audience creation is very, very important, right? And so right now we're going to break down how to bring in these service businesses. One thing you need is one local Instagram ad. You can't rely on cold outreach. You can't rely on Google or word of mouth, right? You can't rely on those methods because it's unpredictable. And if you're actually going to grow the business, you need to have a predictable system to bring in leads. And here's the thing, it's actually more simple than you think. Right? Simple and not easy, because we've cracked the code, but we've spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money testing it. And so I'm going to give you guys the exact proven framework. So first things first, before even launching an ad, you need a proven audience. And there's a few different audience structures. If you're in a large city, like LA or is a good example, you cannot go and take over all of LA. You can't go do a 30-mile radius right here because your ads are going to get very saturated and you're competing with everyone. So a large city, you need to go into a small pocket, right? One would be like Pasadena, one would be like Santa Monica, and I have like 10 clients in LA and they're all in different pockets. They're all absolutely crushing. Long Beach, something like that. You want to take over a specific pocket and only go 8 to 15 miles, right? Depending on this, if I was just in Long Beach, I'd probably go 8 miles, right? And then there's mid-range cities. This is like San Antonio, Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from, my home city. And so you want to go here 15 to 25 miles. You could literally drop a pin and go around the whole outskirts of the city. Whereas here, we'd go just right here. Just because the amount of volume of people is way higher here. And you just want to go hyper-focused on hitting like you might go 8 miles here and 20 miles on the other one and hit the same amount of people just because LA is extremely populated, overpopulated at this point. But all right, cool. So you understand that mid-range, there's 3 different ones. Like big cities, mid-range cities, and small cities. And so here you'd want to go 25 miles, hit the whole outskirts as well. And then there's small cities. And guys, it doesn't matter where you're located. I have clients all over the US, right? And I have clients in small cities. One of my biggest client wins is Luke, who we helped him scale to over 6 figures a month. He did it in St. George, in this very small city. So I know you guys could do it as well. And so this is a small city, right? You would want to go all the outskirts, right? So you'd want to go here, like a big range, up to maybe 35, 45 miles. And so those are the 3 cities. And so let me show you how it would look creating an audience, right? So you're going to go to business.facebook.com and you're going to go here and you're going to go create ad. There's 2.2 million impressions this month, right? And so when you get eyeballs coming into your page, it's very easy to scale up. And so you go here, boost Instagram content. It doesn't matter which post. You go to any post and this is going to allow you to create, and you guys can follow this step by step. This is going to allow you to create an audience. And you come here, audience. We never want to go automatic. That is like the rookie move, guys. I'm giving you guys the right way. Cool. You go here, create new, all right? And you're going to name it your city. So let's just say Columbus, Ohio. I'm just going to give you a mid-city, Columbus, Ohio market. This is like mid-city. All right, gender, all. You might think that you should just run into like men or female. Like, no, gender, all, right? Here's the thing we noticed when we ran to just men, because we're like, hey, the majority of them are the ones that own the construction companies and service businesses. But we realized their wives, their fiancés, and their marketing assistants sent them the ads. And so we now do gender all. We want to do age 22 to 60. Right here is the sweet spot. You're gonna get everyone. You obviously want to get people like that are younger, starting businesses, and you want 60 is like the cutoff, right? Anyone that's like scrolls on their phone like this, bro, we don't want them coming in from our ads. So like 65 plus, right? Location, Columbus, Ohio. You always want to go to city, and then you could always drop pins, right? So 25 miles, like I said, is literally the perfect range. You could even go like 22 miles on a city like this. But you also got to know where the money's at. So I know I'm from here, and so I know there's a lot of money up there. And so preferably, and then this is a kind of a cheaper area. So preferably I would go a little bit more up north, boom, and then go to my 25-mile range. That way I could hit this area. Does that make sense? So you guys can customize these ranges and audiences. And then you go here, business and finance. And the reason we do this is because we don't want to choke the audience. So like one of the biggest rookie mistakes you can make is you could choke an audience, right? So essentially what you'll do is you'll go HVAC business, contractor, this, and you'll throw in 100 different interests. And then you take your audience of 1 million people and you squeeze it down to 200 and you don't let the ad do its thing. That is one of the biggest rookie moves you can make. And that will cause ad fatigue, which means you're spending too much money on ads and the ad is just being seen. The ad has been seen by everyone and it just the costs skyrocket at that point. And then you want to turn off advantage audience, and then what you want to do is you want to save audience. And when you save the audience, now you're able to run an ad. Now you're good to go. And say for instance, this is an ad I have, right? I recorded an ad and now my audience is saved, right? Boom. I have like 100 different audiences, but we've been running ads for years. But here's the thing. I would then go make sure the audience is selected, turn off Advantage Plus, select the correct ad, choose when this ad, run this ad continuously, and then I would start it off at least $30 a day budget, right? At least. That is how you create the audiences. And guys, when you start with one local Instagram ad, right? When you start with one local Instagram ad, you can get results like this. Trevor, first 25 days, this was last month, first 25 days working together, he spent $400 in ads and closed $22,000 in deals. Kind of crazy, kind of unheard of, to be quite honest, but we have the exact offer that we hand our clients, the exact system, the exact setting framework, the exact ad, audience, everything, right? And so it's just like when you don't want to when you don't want to think and you just want to make a lot of money and you don't want to spend years wasting time and money and your energy, this is who the program is for, right? Here's the thing. You should expect 20 to 30, when you create an audience the right way and you run an ad that actually calls out the right avatar with a good hook, which is if you're a local service business here in insert city, and then you bring in the right people, you should have at least 20 to 30 local leads coming to you every single day. And that's on a 30-day budget. Imagine when you close a couple of deals and you scale up from there. And that's what all of our clients are doing. That's how they're hitting 30, 40, 50K a month plus. Last month, Reyes, one of my clients, hit 75K. It's crazy. Even though you have attention and you have people coming to your page, what's the point if you can't book them? You're just wasting money if you cannot book them. So guess what? I'm giving you guys a setting framework, right? And guys, I'm giving you guys so much value. You better be liking these videos and letting me know in the comments if you actually like this and you're learning stuff, right? Here's the thing, guys. This is a proven setting framework that we've tested over and over and over again, and we've cracked the code. Right? Here's the thing. When you have leads coming to you every single day, you need to have a 10-second rule. That's what I call it, the 10-second rule, and that's where you personalize the message. Right? So basically, you're like, say an HVAC business in Boca Raton, that's where I'm located now. HVAC business in Boca Raton followed me, and I see their page, right? My message would be like, what's up, Bobby? You always want to say the first name if you see it in their bio. What's up, Bobby? Thanks so much for the follow, brother. Appreciate the support. And then that's your first message, or your first message send. Secondly, looks like you're crushing it. You want to acknowledge them. Looks like you're crushing it with your insert business, HVAC business here in Boca. And then you want to ask them a question. The last question in the intro message, how long have you been running your business, right? Very easy. People love talking about themselves. And when you don't get responses, because you're not, at scale, you're not going to get, a lot of people are going to leave you unseen. You unsend the previous message and you resend. And you keep following up, buy or block, guys. If you're paying for money, if you're paying your hard-earned money on ads, you better be following up with leads until they buy or block you. But here's the thing, you can't look needy, so you got to unsend the previous message and resend the new message over and over and over again, right? And so you find out, cool, they're gonna be like, oh man, Boris, I've been running my business for 5 years. That's awesome, man. Looks like you're crushing it. Let me ask, what are you currently doing to get new leads here in Boca Raton every single day? Is it word of mouth, question mark, right? So we ask them a very open-ended question, and it's very simple to answer. And they're gonna be like, yeah, word of mouth, I've tried this. That's awesome. If you really want to grow, you need to run local Instagram ads here in the city. It's the same strategy that got us connected. So a light bulb goes off in their head because they came in from a local ad and you're showing them how to run local ads. It's just like, oh, this works, right? And you're like, hey, would love to give you a 5-minute rundown on how it works. And then you have an intro call, which is a phone call, right? Phone call. And then you take the call and you book in a meeting in person or on Zoom call, depending on how hot they are. If they leave you on scene, you keep following up. If you take the call and they're disqualified, then you put them in the CRM, you keep following up. If you guys notice a common theme here, we keep following up. It goes straight to the CRM. You book the meeting and then you scale up, and then there's a whole onboarding process after you close them and all that. All right, guys, here's the thing. Now that you understand how to book in guys, these guys that are coming in left and right, how do you scale up, right? How do you scale up this machine? You guys got to understand, you now have a predictable funnel to bring in leads. Every $1,000 spent is $6,000 to $10,000 back. So in marketing terms, this would be a 6x to 10x ROAS, return on ad spend, right? And so when you're getting anything above a 6, which most of our clients are above an 8, then you are printing. You literally have a winning slot machine. I don't know if you guys ever been to Vegas. I'm not a big gambler or anything, but every time I've gone to Vegas and I'm like, hey, let me put in 20 bucks, I've lost it. Right? This is not like that. This is a winning slot machine. When you have a proven ad framework, a proven ad strategy, a proven offer, you crush it in your city. If you knew every $1,000 you put in, you'd get $6,000 to $10,000 back, how many thousands can you put in, right? And the real goal is to take 1,000 out of each sale and keep putting it into this machine, right? And that's how you scale up. All right? And here's the thing, guys. You need to track your returns because business is literally a game of logic and numbers. There's zero emotion. And so we help our clients stay on top of this. And guess what, guys? I'm giving you this sheet for free on this call. It's going to be down below in the caption. I'm going to give it to you guys for free. That way you guys can implement this into your own business. But you need to know your numbers. And here's what it'll look like, guys. We have a little thing right here. You see your ad spend, revenue, cash. It's pretty nice to see. Like when you look at this and you're like, oh, I spent $3,000 and I collected $32,000, and this is my, like, it's crazy. It's crazy to see, and the chart goes up and up and up every single month. It's addicting. That's how my chart looks and my clients' charts look. But here's the thing, you have this cool summary, and then you'll know cost per message, cost per message percent, calls booked per message percentage, cost per client, which is customer acquisition cost essentially, and you start understanding all these numbers, dude, you become a savage in business. You start scaling up like crazy. That is a must. We don't scale with emotion, we scale with logic. Guys, and all of this, what I'm telling you right now, helps you become a local authority. And when you're a local authority, it's much easier to collect the bag. It's much easier to close PIF after PIF after PIF, pay in fulls left and right with a retainer on the back end, right? Because guys, when you can get clients an actual ROI, I know right now, clients ask you, well, what kind of return am I going to get with your content? And you're like, you freeze. You're like, I don't know, man. Yeah, because your offer sucks, right? I'm showing you guys a better way. I've been where you're at. A couple years ago, I was right there in those shoes, and then I learned local ads and everything changed from you. Right now, we're doing multiple six figures a month, and my clients are scaling up like crazy because of this strategy. You guys need to know how to get clients an ROI. And when you become a local authority that has a great offer, dude, you crush it. So here's the thing. Now that you know the basics of running local ads, you want to really scale. You need to go deeper. If you really want to implement all this and you want to have an offer that's predictable, I have a video breaking this down. There's actually a strategy I've been crafting recently that's allowed videographers like Reyes to scale past 50K a month. This is Reyes right here studying. This is at the Costa Rica mastermind that we did a couple months ago. He closes $15,000 deals left and right. And actually a strategy that I've been dialing in and perfecting. And so it's in this video right here. And it's going to show you how to blow up your videographer business, how to take over to the next level. So click this video right here, check it out, and let's keep crushing it, guys.